Hello everyone, welcome to Toying. I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all.
Come out of it.
So if you don't have trust in the government, why go to the courts for a DNA DNA dispute?
Because you can't do anything without going to court.
Exactly.
You cannot take the law into your hand.
So you have to be able to. You have to for you to go.
Let me tell you, when you go to court or you go to the government, it's not because you have faith in them, but you've got no right to take law into your hand. That is the reason why you go to them, so not because you trust the justice system. The justice system has failed us so many times. What the other person said would have been the best thing. If they want to be transparent, let the three parties do it. And even measuring where it's going to be done. And then, if anybody fiddle with it, it's going to be transparent. And everybody will know that they go to so place. So I haven't gone now. On this one that they've just done, I don't think, me particularly, I've got no faith in what is coming out of it.
This is actually the last we'll be hearing about DNA's conflict. This is the last of it. And the reason why it is like this is because Baba Mohbad and what is his name? Wunmi group, they've all failed with the opportunity that the court offered them. They've all failed to agree to do it. So the court has no options than to step in. And although I think it is in the right of the court to decide in this manner that they have done.
Exactly.
And it is fair enough based on the failures of both parties.
Exactly.
It is very, very, very fair enough.
Exactly.
Because both parties have failed to move forward. Baba Mohbad has failed, Wunmi has failed, and the court needs to step in and put them in the right direction. But from what I have seen so far, this is the last we hear anything about the DNA. The next thing you hear is that they've taken sample and then they are going to bury Mohbad. And that's all. That's all.
Good evening.
So because that is what Wunmi wants. Because Wunmi knows that she has what it takes.
Hello.
She has that power. But she has played her game very well. And Baba also, maybe Baba also wants that same thing. Meg.
Okay, I came, good evening. What I just came up to say is that I think it is the interest of both parties for the court to do it, because this is it. If Mohbad goes to do his own and he comes back with a negative result, Wunmi goes to do her own, definitely she comes back with a positive result. At the end of the day, the court will step in to do theirs. And this is where it gets funny. Baba Mohbad cannot go back. Okay, let's assume the court goes back. They do theirs and it becomes, let's say, positive. Baba Mohbad cannot go and sue the court or challenge the court, because even if you go to a higher court, the court will still do a supervised DNA. Now, I had a case once and we went to the police and that case went to court. This is what I found out. We were supposed to present a bank statement. Any bank statement that gets to the court and it is not stamped from the bank directly, like there's a document they attach. So I cannot just go to the bank, get a statement and present in court. The court will not accept it. It has to be stamped from the bank, and there's a document they attached that states the computer it was printed from, the name of the person that printed it, you know, all these details, and it will be attached to it. The court will not accept it. So I don't think all these things should be. I don't think all this should be duplicated, because if the court is going to do this, and if some people feel the court, just hold on, please. And some people feel the court is going to take sides, then I don't see a reason why they should go to the court in the first place. Because even if this court takes sides, which court will he go to? If he goes to a higher court, the court will still be, they will not accept a personal result in court.
Thank you.
They will not. It is still the court that will go and do it again.
It's a legal DNA test.
Yes,
the court will
it is still the court that will go. If you go from a family court maybe to high court, the high court will still do a court supervised DNA. They'll still be the one to do it. So if you say you don't have,
the only DNA result admissible in court is the DNA result done under the chain of custody.
Exactly. So if you feel you won't accept, you want to use Baba Mohbad's own, there's no court if we take that one to. That one will just be like it's private property. And even if he comes back with a negative result, there's nothing he can do about it. As far as the only thing he can do is if the court result is the same with his. So in all these things, I think the court is fair. And for people saying the court said the location will not be disclosed. Yes, I've been in a court proceeding of this kind, and on the day of reading the results, where it is done will be announced. You understand? Where it is done will be, and a representative of where it is done will be in court on that day to present the result to the judge. So that is what is going to happen. I think this is just fair enough if we want to be true to ourselves.
Honestly.
Wunmi's cap and aside that, after the results, after the court announced the results, if Baba Mohbad is not okay with it and he wants to satisfy his conscience, he can approach Wunmi, you understand, and he will go and do his own DNA, but it cannot be accepted in court. That's what we should know. So if the court tells you, I am going to do it, there's nothing you can do about it. If we say we don't trust courts, so why are people asking for justice for Mohbad? Who is going to give you justice? Is it not the court of law? And you won't get justice on the street.
Mama Queen, my point is even that.
Hello.
The DNA, the result is going to be either positive or negative. There's no in between. So if Baba does this and it's negative, when he does have, it's positive. The court does this, it's either positive or negative. So if it's positive, then Baba will now go and challenge it. When you have two positive against one negative, which court will hear that? Will take that appeal? Which court?
They will take their appeal because you have rights. Everybody has equal rights.
But you have one result. You're coming against two
please
results.
let me quickly say something, please.
Yeah, I understand, but at least everybody have right to fight for. If you are not okay or you are not convinced, you have rights to fight for it.
No, Jesus.
So
Yeah,
I want to ask you a question,
please.
please.
Because
If
two results are the same, you have a different
Please let me
result
ask
and
you a
you're not
it
question.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, that is fine. Baba can go to me and do his own then.
Alake, please let me ask her a question. If Baba Mohbad goes ahead to do his, and it is, do you get? And the court go ahead to do theirs, and it is positive, where will Baba Mohbad take his result to? I just want you to answer the question.
That was what I was saying. When they go to which court?
Farmer Queen. See,
Where will Baba
see
Mohbad
that
take
if
his
Baba
result?
Mohbad tells, if Wunmi tells that she's not also pleased with this, Wunmi also can fight it.
No, I'm not saying that. You didn't get my
Wait now.
question. You didn't get my question.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I understand your question very well.
No, I'm not involving Wunmi here.
No,
I'm not involving Wunmi.
it will not be involved.
No, just hold on.
No, please, wait. I understand your question too. I understand your question. But Wunmi cannot be eliminated from this question. From this thing. Because it includes Wunmi and Baba Mohbad. So it has to be, she has to be included.
Jesus, just listen to my question so that you can answer
That if Baba own is negative.
Just
And
hold on.
I understand your question now.
No. Okay, let me ask it again. Just
Okay.
hold on. If Wunmi decides and say, okay, I don't want to do a DNA test, I want the court and Baba Mohbad to do it. Now, if the court goes ahead to do a DNA test and it is positive, Baba Mohbad goes ahead to do his own and it is negative, remember that the court, there's a chain of custody in the one the court is doing. Do you get? So if Baba Mohbad goes to do his own and it is negative, the court, the one in the court is done and it is positive. Now the result with Baba Mohbad, remember Wunmi did not even do anyone. In this question I'm asking, Wunmi did not do anyone, so she did not come with
Baba Mohbad has the right to challenge the court.
Just hold on. Now, what result with Baba Mohbad?
We shouldn't be going back and forth. That
No, what I'm saying is,
Baba has
hold
right
on.
to fight
The
court.
negative result with Baba Mohbad, where will it take the result to? How will it challenge the court?
That's what I'm telling you. Baba Mohbad can challenge court. Anybody can challenge court. That's what we have. And pick off.
Now let me tell you what will happen. No. Now let me tell you what will happen. Okay, let me tell you what will happen. Do you get? If Baba Mohbad goes back to the court, now if the family court reads the magistrate court, and if he wants to challenge, he won't go back to the family court, you understand? He will go to an higher court, right? So if Baba Mohbad goes with his own results to challenge the court, let me tell you what will happen. The court will still do another DNA test. The court will not accept Baba Mohbad's test.
Yes.
Do you get? They will not. So if the court still go ahead and do another test and it is positive, what will Baba Mohbad do?
That's what I'm saying now. It will go to us in
eliminate the courts. In this case,
I am not disputing. I am not disputing. I'm answering your question. You want me to answer questions? Look at it very well. Yoruba people used to say, it will continue fighting.
What I'm saying is, which courts will accept the result in Baba Mohbad's hand? There's no court that will accept the result in Baba Mohbad's hand.
The case can be for 20 years. If Baba still insists that I know what I did, it is not right.
I'm trying to tell you. What will Baba Mohbad do with the results? Because the court will not accept it.
Farmer, I think you're just going to be hitting a brick wall with this argument. There's no point.
Exactly.
When people's minds are made up about a certain particular thing, when they have an idea, there's no point trying to convince.
Now, Juices, do you know that the toxicology test that Baba Mohbad did cannot be accepted in court? Hope you know, it cannot be tendered as an evidence in court. Because it was not supervised by the court. Yes. When they tell you to do your own, it was not supervised by the court. You can ask questions.
But the court gave that order. The court permitted it too.
Hold on. It can only be accepted by the court if it was supervised by the court. Now, they only told him to go and do his own toxicology and autopsy to satisfy his curiosity.
Yeah, just for fairness.
If that process is not supervised by the court, it cannot be tendered as an evidence in court.
But he can use it to fight against the judgment.
Yeah, on the streets.
No, not on the streets. I court also will review it by doing another toxicology just to be sure that they are ahead. So they will consider doing another toxicology.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, you've been telling me something. Let me tell you one thing. Court cannot just take Baba Mohbad toxicology and throw it away, or just neglect it. If the result is not throw it away.
Baba's toxicology, farmer, wait. Baba's toxicology test result will be used as a ground for dispute. Because it's different from the government's results. So it will be used as a ground for dispute.
Do another one.
Exactly. So they cannot throw it away.
No. I'm not saying they will throw it away. What I'm saying is, Baba Mohbad toxicology cannot be used to give a judgment.
It cannot be used, but it can be used to review. To review and challenge whatever that is on ground.
That is what I'm saying. That is
what I'm also saying concerning DNA test.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
DNA test can also be used to review whatever the government brings.
Yes, if the court will now go ahead and do a supervised and order a supervised toxicology and autopsy.
Exactly.
You understand? So the court will still do it. And that
I'm not
is the same thing
disputing
I'm
that.
trying to let you know about DNA.
Farmer, please. You are the one that is not getting it. I am not disputing that. For the fact that one judge, one lawyer, or that one judge is corrupt, doesn't mean that every other judge will be corrupt. Do you understand? So if this particular judge, for example, I just a vice pre, if the particular judge is corrupt and take a kind of bribe to make it work in the favor of Baba or in the favor of Wunmi, and one of them has their own result to fight for it, and at the higher cost there, the judge there might be sincere. And the person will do another DNA test.
Remember that at this point, we don't even know the outcome of the result. We don't know what the results will be.
We don't know. We're only debating.
So now,
Farmer Queen. Sorry, I need to come in now because you've been talking all the time. I want clarity. I want clarity to this. Okay, you've been saying this, and I heard something you said that the Baba's toxicology will never be admissible in court. The question I'm asking you now, why would the court be asking them to go and do their own thing? And
that's
so
why I came up, sir.
So I don't understand, because if the autopsy, right, result came out differently, right, that would be on the ground to look at things again. So don't say that. Don't say that it will not be. Why are you saying that it's not going to be admissible in court?
Let me answer you, Richie. Please, let me answer Richie. Please, Alake, let me just answer Richie, then I'll mute. You see, maybe I didn't say it the right way, but let me answer your question. If you see if Baba Mohbad's toxicology and autopsy results came in maybe with a possible known cause of death and not inconclusive, the only thing Baba Mohbad can do with that result is to challenge the government's results. And what will be done is this: the courts will now go ahead to order another toxicology and autopsy.
No.
What I'm trying, hold on, please, Mr. Yomi. But what I'm trying to say is this: the court will still be the one to do another autopsy, supervised autopsy and toxicology. You know, the court is not the one doing it, but it will be supervised. It is only a supervised court process that can be used to that can be tendered or that can be used to give judgments in courts. So even if Baba Mohbad has gotten a different judgment on this, it will just be there will be another autopsy and toxicology.
Yeah, it won't be just. It's not just. It's not just. It's not. When you use the word
not done by Baba Mohbad this time.
Thank you.
Not done by Baba Mohbad this time. It will be done by the courts. Ordered by the courts.
Wait.
Baba Queen.
You were saying that if somebody is already doing something, there's nothing you will tell them, because I don't know. What government will order something, we approve something that somebody should go and do that thing, and that person will not bring it to the court of law. You say it doesn't make sense. You want to throw it.
That is what I want to even explain. Greasy, just
can I guys, you guys don't understand what
it doesn't make sense.
That's why you guys don't understand what is being said. What we're trying to explain is that But if Baba's toxicology is different from the government's toxicology results, Baba can use that as a ground to dispute the government's toxicology results.
No, exactly. You're even getting it wrong.
And then when they go to court, wait, Fabi, I know what I'm talking about. Please don't say that. I know what I'm and Farmer is right. You guys are just misunderstanding her. The thing is, when they get to the courts, to the high court to challenge the government's results, the court will stand in between both because they have to be independent of both parties. So the court will now do their own toxicology test under supervision. And that is the results that, okay, Yomi, go ahead because you know better.
No, it's not that I know better. This is, the coroner inquest is a fact finding. There is no the
Talking
foundation
about
of it.
corona inquest.
Mr.
now,
Yomi,
we're
can
talking
I
about
ask you a
results.
question?
We're not
Mr.
Let me
talking
just
Yomi,
about
can
the
I ask
corona
you a
let me
inquest.
tell
question?
let
We're
me
talking about
let me tell
results.
you my own part
No,
first.
let me just ask you a question,
No,
Mr.
give me
Yomi.
wait. Let Yomi land first, please.
Now, this is it. It's a fact-finding mission. Both the courts, both the government, both they are looking for the cause of death of Mohbad. Now, there is nobody that has been accused yet. There is no conflict. We are looking for what by this person. And when the government did this, the family, which is also an interested party in the same case, applied that, okay, can we go and do our own? Maybe it will bring a different perspective, a different result. And the court listened to their prayers. And it is under the approval of the court that if you come up with yours and the person that did it and the result comes up and explain to us something that we don't know or we couldn't get from the other side, then it will be admitted. Then it will now lead us to where we should now. It's a searchlight. It's meant to beam a searchlight into the cause of death. That is when we will now know. The only time that result can now be challenged is when, if the coroner inquest accept it as the cause of death for Mohbad, and they now arrested somebody, they want to pin it on somebody, and the trial begins. It is now the counsel of that defendant that can now begin to challenge the veracity of that result that is being presented by the coroner inquest. So it's not something that they will accept it. It's a tool of that
Yomi,
court
we're not
that
talking
was
about
used.
the coroner inquest. We're talking about
Yomi,
the results.
please, one question for
The
you,
result
please.
you're not getting it. The
No,
result
just
is
hold
for,
on, Mr.
hold
Yomi.
on. Hold on.
Just hold on. Let me ask you one question
The
so that
coroner court is not challenging anybody. The result is meant to be used as part of a verdict of the coroner court, part of an instrument to establish the cause of death. There is no conflict with anybody yet.
Okay, Yomi,
Nobody
can I
has
ask you
said.
a question? Yomi, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
So you said that the coroner judge will accept. So if Baba's toxicology and autopsy results were different from the government, so what you're saying is the coroner will now accept Baba's own. They'll prefer Baba's result over the government's result. Is that what you're saying?
Because it's fact finding. No. If the pathologist came on board,
they can't.
Hold on, wait.
Even
as we take everything to the court.
Even as you speak, that toxicology was not rejected. It's still part of the document.
Wait, Yomi, Baba would now see when there are two conflicting results. Who resolves it?
Alaka, do you know that result is not rejected? They only told you the content of that is inconclusive. The content of that stuff
result is rejected.
No, it was said that court cannot accept it, and you support
no.
that.
When they said, so what we're saying is
that's not what I said.
What we're saying is when there's a conflict between.
That's what I believe, Farmer Queen. That's what I believe you said.
Wait. What she's saying? No, Richie, you didn't
That's
get
not what I said.
No, that's why I came up. I came up because of what you said.
Richie, you didn't get what she said. I know, I understand what she's saying.
Yeah, we need to clarify that because that's misleading.
A dispute, right? And you go to the courts. So there are two test results, one positive, one negative. There's now a dispute. You're challenging it in court. What she's now saying is, if you've done it privately, you can take it to the court because that will give you grounds.
This wasn't privately. The court order. The court admitted in prayer that we want to go and do it.
Wait, Richie. The court
it's under the canopy of court that was agreed.
Okay, Richie, can I ask you a question? When Baba went to do toxicology, was there a chain of custody?
Listen,
yes, there will be because they will have to give.
Listen, let me now ask you. Let me put the same question to you. What are the chain of custody that was established with the government on? Can you tell me?
There is no. That's what I'm saying.
Then there you go.
Wait. So that's what we're saying now.
There was chain of custody. You didn't follow up.
Wait,
there was chain of custody.
When you now go to the courts.
Please ask this question. Ask them this question, please.
Wait,
who presented Baba's
Come and wait.
I just want you to ask them this question. Who presented Baba's result and who presented government's result? If you are saying there's a chain of custody,
There was no chain
who
of
presented
custody for
Baba's
equal for
result?
both parties.
Thank
you.
Alake,
Thank
before
you.
the approval was given, the procedure and how the private toxicology will be done was followed, which is the
Okay,
same
Yomi, what is
procedure.
the chain of Yomi, what is the chain of custody?
You and I know what chain of custody
No,
is.
explain it to me, Yomi.
It's a
Explain
normal
it.
process.
No.
It's a normal process that
Yomi,
every
explain what a
test
chain of custody is. That
That
means you don't understand it.
when you
I know what chain of custody is.
What is
No,
it that I don't know
this is
then?
not you. I know you know what chain of custody is. Yomi is there arguing. Yomi, explain to us what a chain of custody means. What do you understand by it?
Alake, that one is not even necessary.
No,
What is the choice here? Wait now. Alake, because let me also talk.
Guys. Please give me 1 minute, okay? Please, I just want us to know that the whole reason why the court is in the process to mediate is because of credibility, okay? And for credibility to be achieved, the court must be part of that process.
There is no way that the Pabagoma Lotio the tender chain of custody process
No, explain what the chain of custody when Baba
Please wait.
the chain of custody is the process at which sample was collected, document letter in court. Everything is a process.
Disability process. That's fine.
Let me do my thing, please. Go on, Yomi. Say your own, let's hear you. Oh, yes, Oro.
No, I'm just explaining to her that she knows the meaning. She's just trying to gaslight me that I should say chain of custody.
What do you know? Tell us what you know.
But when they give an order for such things to be done, how you apply, the verdict that was given, how the sample will be collected, the legal procedure. But they to follow everything that you did that must be acceptable and admissible under the law. You must follow it. How would the
wait right there. Okay. Who will follow up with how it was collected, where it was sent to? Who will follow up? Court official, right?
All those things would have been done. They read it.
No. Forget about would have been. Stop now, please. That's why I have to stop everybody just to hear you well, please. The court official will be supervising the process all through, right? All true now.
I don't know if it's all true. I don't know what.
Okay,
when it comes to private autopsy, they have their own procedure for the chain of custody.
No, let's not make it English, please. Wait, please. That's where Alake is making her point. Okay? The way it is done, it is a court official who will witness the process of collection, document everything, seal it, sign it, and the court official will follow through to the next stage. When it is with the custom, he will record it at what hour, at what time it was there, at what hour it got to the center, which doctor will be working on it. It will be that same court official, not court.
All these things must have been done, even if it's private.
It's very important for credibility. Please. Okay, then that court official will
let me just stop you. Wait,
let me just say, please.
I heard something just now. Yomi just said something.
No, you will complicate things, please.
Okay.
I don't want us to complicate things, yes. The court official will follow it through and then follow it back. It will be handed back to that court official. The court official will present it to the court. And then the judge will now acknowledge the result and read it out. So we have to understand and acknowledge the chain of custody. The official, if the court must take that result credible, it has to pass through a court monitoring process. And now, this is where people challenge the toxicology and the autopsy of Mohbad. That this doesn't seem like there's a chain of custody here, right? Because the result was supposed to be monitored by the court, get to the court, please. I mean, there have been so many challenges, so many oppositions.
In court, Abi?
No, please. I mean, the opposition now, the opposition.
Which opposition?
The opposition now, there's opposition in this case now.
Who are the opposition at the coroner inquest?
The opposition in the coroner inquest, the anti-justice.
Did they apply? Did they even challenge it? The corona inquest is not against Wunmi.
Wait, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, Yomi. Papana, I have a question. Very important question. You said this. You said this. I've been listening to this. You said this about the first autopsy that was done by the court or by the government, or whatever we want to call it. Do you remember that there were discrepancies in order to tell us where this was done? They lied until people went to actually blow out the lies, and that's when they came back with the results. So when we're now saying about the chain of custody and all this traceability, strict supervision, that kind of a thing, exchange of the specimen and all that. So what would you think the government did at that time? And how do we want to trust them based on what they have done at that point?
The toxicology was compromised.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, Papariano. We're still on case of chain of custody. The chain of custody happens when a court orders a test.
Alake, please say your things don't involve Yomi. Say your things don't involve Yomi.
I'm not involving Yomi. I'm talking to Richie. Because he's talking about the government.
No, just talk to everyone here. Educate people on what you know, please. Don't focus on anybody.
I'm not focusing on anybody.
I've explained the chain of custody anyway.
I'm not even asking you to.
Let us hear from her, please. It's not from everybody. No. Nobody's speaking, please. Let Alake speak. Go on, Alake.
I know you understand the chain of custody, Richie. That's not what I'm on about. So you're talking about the government's toxicology test and autopsy, whatever they did. They did that on their own as part of investigating Mohbad's death. Yeah, there was no court involved in this. So the government took the samples, went about their way, did whatever they had to do. We didn't trust them because we felt it was.
So are you saying the police just did their own investigation, not the court ordered?
The court did not order
not from the corona inquest, right? Is that what you're saying?
No. They brought the corona order, the toxicology by the government.
Thank you. So it's a court order.
What is the corona?
No. Richie, did the corona ask the government to go and do the toxicology?
Then who asked for
it now before was it not they already started doing. Was that not the purpose of exhuming Mohbad?
Alake, police is. Oh my gosh.
No, guys. Alake is saying the right. Please wait. It was government who exhumed Mohbad, and government ordered for the autopsy and toxicology. I remember when Somiari, the head of DNA and Forensic Center of Lagos State, said that Mohbad has been exhumed, samples has been taken, okay, and they are abroad, and they are waiting for result, which the police also corroborated that. And when inquest came in, the police said they are handing over everything to the corona inquest.
Exactly. So there was no
the inquest continued. With the inquest is just doing the job of the state. Which,
can I bust your bubble there? Because you don't know. Before they exhumed the body, they had to quickly apply in a court for exhumation.
Exactly. That's what I want to say. Police cannot just.
What are you people just saying?
Somebody's body.
I'll come back later.
The process for exhumation is different. Obviously, you take permission for a body to be exhumed. Okay, that is different. Now, the government asked to exhume the body because they wanted to investigate the death. So it wasn't.
That's correct.
So it wasn't the court that ordered the government to go and do a toxicology test.
So shall we agree? Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
No chain of.
Just 1 minute. Let's agree that there wasn't any order. Was there any chains of custody established during this process with the government?
Why would there be a chain of custody? Was it ordered by the court?
No. I'm going to say.
Richard,
I asked a question.
All the government had to do was, yes, we've taken the sample. Yes, we've taken it to this place for testing.
So now moving forward, when Baba Mohbad's legal team set up that prayer that they wanted to do their own, right? It was granted. right?
It was, yes.
It was granted. And if Baba Mohbad now did his own, which failed woefully, and it's not mandatory to have a chain of custody, right? Shall we agree on that?
No, because he did it privately.
Okay, now you and Farmer Queen, you are saying that Baba Mohbad's toxicology report will not be admissible in court.
Wait, no.
No, that's not what we're saying.
That is what you both said now. That's what you both said.
That's what you said.
That's what you both said. That was what I was arguing at that time.
But wait.
Yeah.
When they so if Baba, say, assuming Baba Mohbad's toxicology test result came back different, and it had the cause of death, then that is questionable. Okay, that disproves what the government result is saying. So they would now, the coroner would not prefer one evidence over the other. Okay, they will now probably have to do their own. The court will now have to do their own.
So do you agree? 1 minute. Do you agree that no, with your sentence?
No, wait now.
Please. With your sentence, it means that the Baba Mohbad toxicology will never be thrown out. Right?
It will not. It will be a ground.
Exactly.
Thank you.
That's my point. I said Baba
Mohbad. No, that was what you said okay? Because it got to a time you were passing insult, but I just tried to reject that. If someone has already believed on something, it is what happened.
Juicy, calm down. Juicy, calm down, please.
What I said
is that it will not be used.
Wait, let me finish my sentence.
It was Farmer Queen that I'm not targeting like her. I'm targeting the sentence made by Farmer Queen.
No. I understand what Farmer Queen is saying. She's saying the correct thing. What she's saying is right. If Baba Mohbad's results, if different from the government's results, would now be a ground for him to go and challenge the government.
Thank you. So that means it has to be considered. Basically,
exactly.
It has to be considered.
That would be a ground for him to challenge the government.
Then that's it. That's no argument anymore. So I think we're happy now.
So let me go ahead and tell you that admissibility down. When he now goes to the court to say, okay, I'm challenging the government's results. I don't believe it because my result is different. The court is not just going to say, okay, we prefer your evidence. The government is wrong. You are right.
No, we know it won't be. It won't be like that. It won't be straightforward. I understand that.
Wait. For the court to admit any test, whether paternity or toxicology, it has to be done by the court under supervision.
Listen, I like what you just said now, but first and foremost, I just want us, because for the people listen to us, just in case of future, if the government grants you, the court grants you to go and do your own thing, it will still be considered. It might not be the one to go for, but it's a grant, like you mentioned. They will have to rethink and probably then challenging the first autopsy that was done to now focus and do it again. They cannot take the one they've done, and they cannot take the one Baba Mohbad done.
Exactly. Richie,
so both of them, it sets up a precedent to look at the things.
Richie, what she's saying.
We all remember that the coroner inquest never did a toxicology or autopsy. The police sent for theirs through the Lagos state government, and they did it. Now, the court granted Baba Mohbad's request to do a toxicology and autopsy. What I said is, if Baba Mohbad's results had come in like with a known cause of death, the court will never use that result to give a verdict. What the court will do is this. The court will now order for a toxicology and autopsy to
now you're talking, but the way you did listen, Farmer Queen, I'm happy. That's not what you said earlier. You said, Farmer Queen, you said, listen, Farmer Queen, please. You said it will never be admissible in court. That's language you use.
What I said, it will never be used to give a verdict.
No, you used the word admissible.
Hold on now, please. Let me finish.
Anyway, we're on the same page. That's fine. We're on the same page.
It will never be used to give a verdict in court. Now, the court will do their own, fully supervised by them. And that is what will be used, either with a known cause of death or with unknown. That is what will be used to give a verdict in court. The same thing applies to DNA. If Baba Mohbad goes to do his own DNA and the DNA is negative, the court goes ahead to do theirs and the DNA is positive. Now, the only thing Baba Mohbad can do is to go to an higher court, which is probably going to be a high court, go there to say, no, this is my result. Now, what the high court will do is this. The high court will still order for a DNA test to be done, fully supervised by the court.
I'm back.
Now, if this test is fully supervised by the court, we should bear in mind that they will give a verdict based on the results they get. Now, Baba Mohbad will probably want to go higher if he still wants to maintain his negative result and goes to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal will still order for a court-supervised DNA to be done. Do you get? They will not give a verdict based on Baba Mohbad's results. Now, if the appeal, if the appeal court comes up with hold on, Mr. Yomi, hold on. Hold on, there's something else we are talking about. If the appeal court for the DNA comes back and the supervised test comes out and it is still positive, Baba Mohbad has nowhere to go to.
You can continue fighting. Wait. You know when you
goes to the Supreme Court, if he goes to the Supreme Court, and
now you can explain yourself.
Don't stand like a judge. Don't stop standing like a judge.
You know what you said earlier. That is where I was having issue with you. See, you said what if Baba Mohbad came with a negative result and the government own is positive? Where else will he go? What will he do with that result? And I told you, it's a grant. He can fight the government that I know what I did. This is not right. And he can fight till the last blood of his body.
Justice is impossible. It's impossible. Justice is impossible. Baba Mohbad will never, because government would have supervised the process.
I am not saying that government will admit to it. I said Baba Mohbad can still use it to sue government, and it will cause them to reduce another one. And if the first lawyer is corrupt, that doesn't mean that at the high court, the lawyer
they know why Baba own came on inconclusive. If it is a superior result, it will now be placed. There will be reason for it to be admissible. They will have to argue it. They would have to. That's part of professional stuff. And when these professionals tender anything according to the law, according to court, judges will have the right to receive and to say, "I don't want, I want." But in this case of fact finding, everything that you bring as evidence is an evidence they are trying to bring before the coroner. They will listen to it and check the veracity. Is it okay? And the experts that did it will come and defend the result. If there is a superior argument,
the need of checking is it okay when they were part of it?
The coroner judge will decide.
Why are they checking whether it's okay if they were part of it?
Say that again.
If they were part of it, if the chain of custody was well done, why are they still checking whether it's okay?
Now, that's what I'm telling you, that the chain of custody always hold on. That's what I'm telling you, that before.
And again, I'm sorry, please. To correct one notion, we said something earlier to correct.
When they are giving the order for the toxicology to be done,
we said earlier. I want to correct something we said earlier.
Please. The chain of custody for them. They have to follow it. If they don't follow it,
let me correct something we said earlier. The body of a dead person must not necessarily exhumed by a court order. It has to be exhumed by necessary authorities in the state. It can be by the commissioner of police for investigation. It can be by the governor of that state. It can also be by a court order. It must not necessarily go through the court. Like in this case right now, when I read it out here, Mohbad's body was exhumed by the command of the CP, Commissioner of Police of Lagos State, representing the state government. It didn't go to court to take any order. They deemed it fit for investigation.
There wasn't any court order. Yeah.
Exactly.
They did that underground. They would tell you.
They did not do that.
I'm telling you
they
what I
didn't
know.
do that. Don't say that.
Can't one zoom body without court order.
I don't understand
Even
your
to one out of others, you must go to court.
17 of the Corona Law.
Stop saying
Section 17 of the Corona Law give a coroner the power to exhume anybody she feels it deems fit for investigation.
If it is a corona court,
But it has been
apply and get a court order.
There was no corona there. It's Commissioner of Police of Lagos State, please.
Paparano, go and ask. Alake is there. She's a lawyer. You can't.
It's not a bad. You cannot.
Somebody. You must get a court approval.
It is not compulsory. Okay, what if you want to relocate a body from one place to another?
You must get a court order. It's not everywhere.
If you want to even relocate a body, Papariano, if you want to relocate a body, you go and seek consent of the local government. The local government has to.
I mean, if the government itself wants
to. I'm supporting.
It must be approved by a court.
It's not necessary. You don't have to necessarily go to the court. You can go to the local government. Your local government and say, I want to exit. Yomi, you wouldn't accept. As well.
No, Yomi, Mohbad's body was.
Yomi, we are saying that you have to go to authorities, not necessarily the court. Why are those authorities there? Why is the governor?
Yeah.
And you can even go to the local government. The coroner
can. The government now.
No, I'm even talking about the local government. It's a part of the government as well.
And before the exhumation,
you are right. You are right by saying that, because I have experience about what you are saying. We want to transport a body, and they ask us, even from the hospital, that we can obtain it through the local government, and that is what we did before.
Transport
we
a
moved
body.
The body. Yes.
Be exhumation.
Get this
exhumation. Yeah.
I'm not talking about exhumation alone.
We are discussing exhumation here.
I know. Even transportation.
Even government themselves cannot exhume without a court approval.
There are two different things. Even
the government themselves, go and quote me anywhere. You cannot exhume a body without getting a court order. Even to arrest somebody.
You can do so.
No, Yomi. No. We did. When we were selling my grandmom's house, we only go to the local government.
The fact that
the body are very high in the cemetery.
Nigeria,
you don't need to go to court.
No, that
was
Mohbad was exhumed by the authority, not through the court. The only thing they did, they just gave a court seat to the
There was no court order at all. It is a CPO.
You can go to the local authority.
They will get it in chamber.
Wait.
The police
let me give Yomi a story. This happened to my friend. So sometime, I think it was 2023, my friend's mother died. They're Muslims. So it was, my friend is the first daughter, the firstborn. So she was the only one in Nigeria. The siblings are abroad. So what happened was, because the mother is a Muslim and there was nobody available, she buried the mother in their house. The siblings were unhappy about it because their father was buried at a graveyard, a cemetery. And then they wanted their mother to be buried beside their father. So what they did was, they came back home and said, no, we don't want our mother buried here. And she was like, against you cannot exhume this body to go and bury at a cemetery. So what they did was they went to the local government to obtain permission to exhume that body. They got the permission from their local government, exhumed that body.
Can I ask you what are the documents you need to submit to the local government? What are the?
I don't know.
You don't know the government. You're saying
they did not go to court. This is a story.
If what you are ready to give out is a guess,
Yomi, you don't need to submit anything.
You don't have to get the court order.
You don't need to submit anything. Last year,
Yomi, what are the documents you need to do?
Last year,
that's what?
Wait, Yomi, let me finish.
Jesus.
The death certificate.
Is it everybody that they have the death certificates?
Death certificate.
If it is a subject of criminal investigation,
Mama wọn ló kú, wọ́n dẹ̀ mú gbogbo documents sọ pé mama àwọn rèé. This is our passport. These are our passports. This is the death certificate. Doctor's approval, everything. Wọ́n exhume body. Wọ́n dẹ̀ gbé lọ sí cemetery. Wọ́n lọ sí ibẹ̀.
It's true, Yomi. We did the same thing to my auntie, and my grandmom and my granddad were in the same position. Local authority got the Tinikalo back when we wanted to sell the house. This was last year.
You can get a court order, but it's not mandatory.
No, it's not. There's no court order involved.
It's not mandatory in all cases.
What I know is that if you have a proper barrier, if you have a proper
Mr.
barrier,
Yomi, I just want to ask you one question, please. If can Baba Mohbad's autopsy and toxicology results be used to give a final verdict in court? That's the judgment, final verdict in court.
Yeah, the answer is this. The answer is this. Hold on. Let me answer you now.
No, I know. Let me finish. What I am saying is this, and I think it
you
should
asked
be.
the question, you're saying something again.
Hold on now. Let me finish now. What I am saying is this. I want to repeat it again. Can Baba Mohbad's toxicology and autopsy results be used to give a final verdict, judgment in court?
Let me
yes
answer
or
that.
No?
Yes. The reason why it can is if, when presented at the inquest or whatever they are using it in any court of law, it was admitted as an exhibit or as a core evidence. If it is admitted, and if in this case there is no wearing party, it's just fact finding. But if there is actually there's a defendant, there must be reason, and the judge will decide after argument from both sides why they'll go and do their findings, and there will be a motion to adopt that as an evidence that will be used in drawing verdicts. Even if it's in a normal court, any evidence any party is bringing, it must be tendered, and it is not automatic. Both sides must have gone through it. If Baba brings his own toxicology now, if there is an argument on the other side, you have to serve them. They will go and do their findings and ensure that it followed the due process, like the chain of custody and all of that. If it didn't follow the due process, it is the ground for the defendant or the plaintiff to say this particular toxicology was not obtained under the legal procedure. So you can't just present something in court and say, oh yeah, take it. No. You will present it, you bring your witness, you bring your expert, then they will allow you, come and tell us. When you say your own, the other party will challenge it, but they must have been served before that. But in this case, there is no wearing party other than the government that says, okay, and this one that you're saying, Baba, they refuse government stuff. They said, we have seen the government own. It wasn't thrown out in court. They said, can you allow us to go and do our own? In case we think if we do our own, it can give us a better result. They said, okay, since you apply according to the law, we follow the due process, the chain of custody, everything. Just make sure you do the right thing. Because if you don't follow the due process that is going to be acceptable by law, we will not take it. You will just talk here.
Which chain?
And that's what they follow.
Another question. Mr. Yomi, another question. Let me ask him another question, please. The other question is this.
Are you satisfied with the first one first?
No. That's what I'm asking you.
You're not my housewife.
Now,
My answer is
the
wrong.
second question is, if someone goes to court and says, Mr. Peter, sorry, if there's any Peter here, I'm so sorry. Mr. Peter raped me. And the person comes to the court with a hospital result, a test result showing Mr. Peter raped her. You understand? Now, will the court give verdicts based on that personal result that's from the person that was raped? Will the court give a verdict based on that result?
First and foremost.
Just let me finish so that you will see ahead. Will the court give a final verdict based on that result I brought that I was raped?
Okay,
or
good.
Will the court now order for a there are once you say someone is raped, there are hospitals that are licensed by the government to do an authorized what do they call it? Test to
Don't say too much.
determine.
I got your question. Let me just answer you straight.
Okay, so which one will the court just go ahead and give a verdict, or the court will now do a test?
That your question is already deficient, because that cannot even be admitted as the final verdict. But your test or whatever you must have brought to show that you were raped can still be used, number one, for ground for arresting, investigating, and even prosecuting. It could be
final verdict. Final
How can it be
verdict.
used as a final verdict when the sample, if the sample of the person is being taken, the suspect is being taken, there must be, adjoining sample investigation that will show he is actually the owner of the specimen. So there must be police investigation to corroborate that the test you brought, probably the semen found on your body belongs to the suspect. So it's not just your own test. The police investigation, police will investigate you. Whatever you are bringing to court will be part of the document of the police or prosecutor. So
it will not be thrown away. It will be admissible, but not to throw away.
Admissible. That's what I'm saying. And in trying to prove rape cases,
I said final verdict. Final verdict.
It cannot be used. It cannot be used as final verdict. It's making it clear. That's what we are saying. It cannot be used, but it will be used to monitor the processing, and it will give us another area of.
It can even form the background. Let me explain to you. If let's say this for the sake of education, if you are part, to prove rape cases, it takes a whole lot. Number one is most times they will want to look at the fluid, the test that is run on you by any doctor, whether private or public. The test you did at that time, the sample gotten from your body, hospital, they know how to record their own samples. If they found a semen on you, the lab will keep it with them and say they found social semen on you. Of those results, you can keep them. It will still be used, provided when they pick the guy, they now confirm his own semen and realize that it's the same semen that was found on you belongs to that person. So it can still be used. So when you know you are a victim of rape,
Mr. Yomi, it can be used as a final verdict.
It can be used as part of
the
verdict when the judge is drawing conclusion. It can be used when the judge is trying to draw final.
Hospitals that are accepted in court to run tests. There is no standard for that one.
When immediately you become a victim of rape, what the law stipulates is that it is important for you to quickly seek the help of probably a medical personnel. When the doctor examines you, there will be a doctor's report that on social date, social woman came to this facility. Or whether you're a private doctor or a government doctor, all these people, they know the procedure of some certain legality. So whether private or public, they know. The only thing is the power that is given to them.
Hospitals cannot be used to give a final verdict.
Let me explain you because so that people will not miss it. If anybody becomes a victim of rape, it's important that you go to any standard health facility. You don't even need to know whether it is approved by government or not, whether it is one of those accredited for a sample of DNA or not. Just go to a standard hospital where there is a licensed doctor. The doctor will examine you, extract the necessary sample based on your complaint, and keep them down for you and give you the report that you can use in any police investigation or court of law. So if the doctor says, at that day you reported or they brought you to the hospital, your hymen was broken, they found a broken hymen and they found samples on you, the sample, they must have kept it. The hymen that they saw is the report of the doctor. This is how they treated you, this is what they did, and blah, blah, blah.
Even the doctors are duty bound to actually notify the police immediately.
Exactly. So you understand, Former Queen. So that way, all those documents you obtained at that earlier stage will form the background and basis for even the judge to decide and say, if it's going to be better if that doctor came to now testify.
Mr. Yomi, did you follow Ochanyan's case?
No, I did it.
Do you know why one of the reasons why the accused person
did you even understand what I'm saying? Before I know.
No, do you know hold
did you
on,
understand this what I've said?
Do you know one of the reasons why the accused person was set free?
You just the answer question.
No, hold on. If you don't know, let me tell you now. One of the reasons why the man that was alleged to have defiled Ochanyan was set
this one
free.
That you ask. No.
I'm trying to explain something to you. Was because the first result that was gotten
come and save me now. Why are you quiet now?
Government
approved please don't refer to your name, please. You don't have to answer her, please. Just do your thing, please. Okay? Please.
A court is
the first result that was gotten was not gotten from a government approved hospital. That's one of the reasons why, and before they could get the others from a government approved hospital, the girl died. That's one of the reasons why this man was set free.
Farmer Queen,
Do you
you know
understand?
what?
So what?
Farmer Queen, hold on now, hold on.
I'm
hold
with
on.
you. I'm
Calm
with
down.
you. Okay.
You see, there's a reason why the trial is to examine those exhibits, those facts that are being presented, and if they are valid or not, and if they are relevant to the case. If they are not relevant to the case, no matter how valid the evidence are, the court can be subjected to a trial, and also the defendant will also punch holes in them. And in court trials, all documents and evidence are presented to both parties. So it is your duty to look for holes here and there. So you cannot say for sure if one exhibit or one evidence is sufficient enough to take everything to the final judgment of the court. It can be thrown out. It can be subjected to different kinds of loopholes here and there. So you cannot just say for fact, even if the whole thing is done properly with government approved seal and everything, if there are errors in there and the defendants are able to prove their case, it can be thrown out and it will not even be part of what the judge may use to finalize the case. You understand? So it is relative. Okay. So some of the documents, where it was done, how it was done, and then the person who conducted the test and all those things will be subjected to serious trial. You know,
Thank you.
So these are just how
don't
it works.
forget that experts' evidence will also be used.
Yes, opinions.
It can be used and cannot be used.
So
the judge reserves the right.
No. In a case where they're talking about tests, medical tests, experts' opinions will be employed. Because the judge will not just decide on his own.
I know, but I'm saying the law is sacrosanct on that the judge still reserves the right.
A medical professional, a certified medical professional.
But you know it yourself, Alake, that the judge can throw it away and say, accept or not. He can work on it and admit it or say, okay, I'm going by this expert opinion.
Experts will just come and give their opinions on.
It's not mandatory that the judge must follow it.
Mr. Yomi, I would like to leave now. But what I am saying here, I have to go to work. What I am saying here is this. You understand? Papa Mohbad, results cannot be used for verdict in court. It can be used, submitted as evidence, and it can be used to proceed to a higher court.
You didn't hear what Insider Backup just said now. I'll buy your
I'm talking generally now. I'm saying my last submission.
Whether from government or private, is mandatory and compulsory on the court. It must be subject.
I'm saying my last submission.
Scrutiny, everything, and if it's admissible, it's admissible.
I'm not attacking you, Mr. Yomi. I'm saying my last submission.
I'm not saying you're attacking. I'm just telling you that that is what people should know. Any evidence that is being brought, whether by government or by this, even if police bring evidence, the defendant can still challenge it. It's a lie. It's not true. And police will tell you, this is what we got.
Yes, what I'm leaving, just in summary, what I'm saying is, if there had been another result other than inconclusive from the toxicology, and what would have been done is that the coroner would have ordered a court supervised test this time around that would generally supersede every other result that would have come in. Thank you very much.
You can't independently decide for the court always.
Abike, is that you? Sorry, Abike, is that you?
Which Abike?
Farmer Queen.
Abike, is that you?
No, it's not Abike. Farmer Queen.
Are you Abike?
This Paparano is too intelligent. He knows everybody by their voice. Chai! Witchcraft.
He has run away, no wala.
This is science platform. If you scientifically change your voice, you will be detected. Okay.
Mr. Yomi, I thought that Mama Mohbad should be given the chance and also to be given the chance to give their own separate.
I said I was going to work.
Let's mess up the case. Look, Abike.
No, I didn't run. I said I was going to work.
Are you
I am.
Okay,
Are you
no,
Abike?
Yes, I am.
Answer the question.
Okay, you
Yes, I am.
Abike?
Yes, I am.
Paparano, witchcraft.
1 minute now, one queen. I say 1 minute, sorry. Queen,
I've been on his platform.
yes, it's very quick one so that you don't go with the wrong notion. Any evidence that is standard can be used for the final verdict, depending on its credibility.
Clap for yourself.
Cannot be used. Cannot is a very difficult word. But can it be used? It can, depending on the circumstances of the credibility. So you that is everybody has to look for.
Papiano, that's why I said the Baba Mohbad test. I did not say any other.
No, you asked a question now.
Subjected under scrutiny. If it passes scrutiny, it will be used.
Mama Queen, you see, for evidence to be credible.
I said that. Do you know why I said that? Because of the chain. You understand? Chain of custody. Because number one, the hospital. Sorry. I have to log into my laptop by 8.
Hold on.
I have to log into my laptop by 8. Sorry.
You are talking about.
I'll come back in the next 2
All right,
hours.
darling. All right, go. Don't miss your walk. Don't let JJ
Right, come back.
The chain of custody, usually for most companies or testing centers that perform DNA and all those things, they are highly regulated. And they have their own chain of custody because they know for sure that the result from that center can be subjected to legal scrutiny or litigation purposes. And so usually
give him a round of applause.
Most of the companies have their own chain of custody that you must implement before even any histology can be submitted to their facilities. So for like the NMS, they have, you can go to the website, is there. The chain of custody, how you need to process and everything.
You are right. All hospitals have that. You are all
it's for the credibility because they understand. They understand.
Like, I go to marry you because we don't agree.
The clarification of it. They understand the legal implication of it.
The argument was different. We're talking about when it becomes illegal. There's a legal argument on the result of a test. We're talking about the local chain of custody there when the court orders a test. That's the argument.
It's
but
two things.
all
The
hospitals,
court can order it.
even when you go to your hospital, when you're so I'm in the UK. Hospital, when you're from the time of